If you haven't played around with watercolor and calligraphy, you are in for a treat today. I'm going to show you how to use a simple paintbrush. I'm using just a mixed media sketchbook here, grabbing a palette filled with some of my favorite pinky peachy hue watercolors. And we're gonna play around with a very small brush. This is a 2/0 round by Princeton. And picking up some watercolor, we're going to practice some nice thick downstrokes by just opening up that belly. You'll notice with watercolor calligraphy, you'll have to reload your brush often. But what I'll do is show you how to create some nice thin upstrokes as well as beautiful thick downstrokes. Okay, so some tips for you. Make sure your brush is nice and wet. Make sure your watercolor is also nice and wet. You will notice that you'll have to reload that brush of yours quite often. So the more water you have in your puddles, the longer you'll be able to letter without having to reload, okay? So what are some key tips that I can share with you? Hand position is one, so make sure that your brush is off to an angle. So holding it in the crook of your finger, thumb, and index finger or middle finger. And what you want to do is apply pressure on your downstroke, like I mentioned, release that pressure on your upstroke, and then feel free to change the watercolor. Again, if you're using complementary colors, you don't have to worry about cleaning off your brush, but I'm using colors that are around the same hue, just different shades. Okay, so there you go. I've changed that color 3 times, and I really like how the colors look together. And let's go ahead and play around with some words. I was thinking it'd be fun to be able to letter home sweet home. So let's go ahead. I've just mixed up some of this lighter color. So following the same principles as calligraphy, I'm gonna go ahead and work in short strokes, lifting my pen in between each one. So I don't have any lines down because I'm really just creating some loose bounce and flowy calligraphy style lettering, okay? And if you're new to calligraphy, remember I have workbooks for you to download. There's also classes online that you can take to help you with letter formation, as well as understanding whatever tool you decide to pick up. We'll go ahead and pop in the word sweet here. And again, just my modern, I'm not even thinking about it. I'm letting my brush just do the guiding for me. But there are some online classes of mine that you can enjoy. There are also workbooks if you want to practice some of the alphabet. And of course, these videos that I am happy to make for you to help you practice your watercolor calligraphy. So again, just going slow, making sure you control on the downstroke, release on the upstroke, and create some beautiful dynamic watercolor calligraphy. Just like that. And again, because we're using a paintbrush and our watercolor, if you wanted to add some accents, you know me, I love leaves. Go ahead and bring in some accents here and create just a really nice illustrated lettering piece that you could even frame if you wanted to put it in your home. And again, just by changing the colors that you use, you can go ahead and add some really pretty embellishments to your piece by releasing the pressure on your brush, increasing that pressure. And see how beautiful that looks? Really simply. It doesn't even have to resemble leaves necessarily. You can make them just look really abstract. I'll add one more here. You can even grab a lighter color and just create some dots here and there. Okay, just play around with it. That's the beauty of watercolor. You can switch colors, change the pressure of your brush, and create a really pretty dynamic watercolor calligraphy piece. There you go. So don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'll be demonstrating more of these styles of calligraphy as well as watercolor painting. Thanks so much. See you in the next video.